Hello, custom car connoisseurs, and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. In this episode, we're going to work on just a few cars here to get our level up and so we can get to the next story mission. So, we have this Plymouth Roadrunner here. Replace all the filters, repair all engine faults, change noise from the engine bay, brake system needs fixing. Or we have this CO Hardfly here. Sort of like the design of this one. Car is hard to control, general running gear control repair. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take both of these actually. So we'll take that one, then we'll get the Plymouth Roadrunner as well. And see what we can get up to here. Alright, the Plymouth Roadrunner looks a lot better than the Hardfly does. So we'll go ahead and move it over to lift B, and then this one over to lift A. Alright, so it's definitely some gear problems here. Let's go ahead and just take off the entire... Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's move it to the test path. See if there's anything wrong with the brakes or such. Because it does say hard to control, which could be a brake problem. So, let's go ahead and go test it, see what we find. Nice interior, just old. Alright, brakes are decent. And brakes are decent. Let's see about suspension. Suspension's not that decent. Alright, so we definitely did find some things wrong there. Those were not the parts we needed there, but they were some of the parts we needed there. Alright, so we're also going to need some body parts for it, but let's go ahead, take it out on the track first, see if we can find anything else wrong with it out on the track. Seems to handle fairly well. Does steer like a bit of a boat, but that's alright. Got a little squirrely there. Yeah, it does definitely lose some traction at points. And the brakes aren't that good. Alright, well let's see if that found us any more parts that we need to replace here. Okay, so definitely found some parts that we need to replace. Okay, so that found all of those, and everything there, and all of that. Loud exhaust. Well, that I can probably figure out easy enough. Alright, let's go ahead and move this to the lifter. We'll buy the parts that we need first, just for the outside of the car. So, we need the right headlight, right tail light, front right fender, front left fender. So let's just take these parts off. Right tail light, right headlight, front right fender, front left door, and front left door window. Alright. So that should do it as far as the parts here. So let's go into the shopping. Alright, so front left door window, right headlight, right tail light, front right fender, front left fender. I think that's all the parts. Let's organize them by name. Make sure we got everything. So that can go away. That can go away. That can go away. As can that. Really looks like we need to mirror more. It said right tail light, didn't it? Yeah, it said right tail light. Don't know why. Because that tail light seemed perfectly fine. Alright, so let's put this tail light in. We'll put the 100% one. Make sure that actually took care of that. Yeah, that's what it wanted. Don't understand why, because that taillight wasn't really that bad, but you know what? If that's what they call for, then that's what we will do. Put that. The car's looking better with these parts in it instead of the other ones. Alright, so that should be all the parts, I think, then. Yep, parts are taken care of there. So now let's look at... Alright, so we've got parts both on the front and back to take off. So let's get to it. Alright, so on the back here, I believe, yeah, it's just those that we really need to take off. So no need to take the wheels off and such in the back. Alright. Then I think I'm seeing the issue here is, as far as the muffler goes, don't need that. We seem to be missing part of it, I would say. Huh. Well, those parts look rusty, but not too rusty. So it might be in the actual front of the car we have to worry about in that. Let's see. So I'm just going to take all this apart. Probably what I'm going to end up doing is making this car priority for this particular video, and then I'll make a separate video dealing with the other car over there. Just because the amount of work it seems like each one's going to take, probably that's the way to go about it. I just didn't want to lose the car by having it disappear while I was working on the other one and vice versa. So, I can see the muffler problem right there in front of me. It's the actual headers themselves. So we will take care of that here in a little bit. Header will probably have to be pulled out from the inside. Alright. Accessible from the engine bay. So those fittings are okay. Let's go over to this side. Take the shock absorber off. Gonna need to take the wheel off. There we go. Same as normal, remove the brake caliper. Remove the pads. Get all of this junk out of the way. Alright, is there anything else that we need to remove? Oh yeah, this piece right here. Alright. Then everything else is acceptable, it looks like. So let's go ahead and drop the car down, get into the engine bay, and get those headers off. Is it on both sides, or just the one side that's bad? Looks like just the one side. So probably now, yep, there we go. Alright, so let's make sure all of these are organized by name. We need to pull that apart. So let's go ahead and separate the parts. We'll take them. We'll separate the other one too. Alright, so we've got those two separated. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. So those parts are all okay. First thing we need is double wishbone shock absorber. Alright, so double wishbone shock absorber and the exhaust manifold. Let's go ahead and look for those. Double wishbone. Shock absorber. And then we need a exhaust manifold. I believe it was a V8, but I want to make sure on that. V8 OHV. Exhaust manifold V8 OHV. There we go. As always, then I'll go ahead and get rid of the parts that are bad. Alright, so next up we need some front shock absorber caps. Shock absorber cap. There we go. We'll take 2 of those. Then we need a front spring. Front sway bar. Then we need leaf spring plates and leaf spring U-bolts. So let's get all that at the same time. Front sway bar. B. There we go. There's that. Leaf plate. Actually, let me go with leaf spring. Because that way it pulls up both things that I need. I need 2 of these, and I need 4 of these. There we go. Get rid of that garbage. Those. Alright, then we need an outer tie rod and 3 rubber bushings. I mean, personally, if it was my own car, I'd just replace all the rubber bushings. I mean, they are $15 a piece. If you're going to replace some of them, you might as well replace all of them so that they all wear evenly instead of some being more worn in than others. Just my opinion, but I'd say that's worth having the cash spent on them. I mean, really, it's only 5 more. You're talking under $100 extra and having that security then. I think that's a good thing. Alright, we have to put the mirrors back on as well. And then we don't need this rear tail light. Upper suspension arm and a sway bar front end link. Sway bar front end link B. And an upper suspension arm. Ooh, I don't know if it's a B or not though. Nope, just a normal one. Then a wheel bearing after that. Alright, get one of those. Get rid of that, and that. Start on the outside of the car here and adding parts on. Alright. We'll go ahead and mount these plates. Alright. That wasn't what I was wanting exactly, but you know what? Hadn't noticed that I hadn't sold off that outer tie rod. Definitely want that out of my inventory because don't want to make a mistake and put that on by accident. Oh, we do have to put in the exhaust manifold. Might as well drop the car down, do that real fast. There we go. That should then take care of that part of the problem. So we got those checked off, we got that checked off, we got those all checked off, so now it's just the stuff here in the front. We'll start on this side, rebuild here, and then move over to the other side. I realized suddenly I need to reassemble these. Same thing with these. I sort of find it odd that you would take one and completely rebuild it while you just leave the other one sort of partially rebuilt. I mean, then you're going to just have this odd driving experience, I would think. Just my opinion, but there it is. Alright. Get back in here. Alright, put everything back there. Alright, there we go. That should rebuild that side. I guess at least this side is getting the rebuilt shock, where the other side got pretty much all the other new parts. So, sort of balances out a little bit, I guess. Alright. Put the trim back on. Check to see if there's any parts we're missing. Nope, everything is good. Let's finish up the order. Perfect. Alright, and we're very close to the next level, and in the next episode, then we will go ahead and work on this car. Let's see. Oh, we already know that we have to take out the filters here, basically. Interesting. Brake system needs fixing. Alright then. Does the car start? I'm sort of curious about that. Easiest way to test that is to try to move it to the test path. Cannot start engine. Alright, so we know we already have some issues going on with it, and in the next episode, we will go ahead and deal with those issues. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. If you enjoyed what we did in this episode, please go ahead and click that like button. And if you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so they're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all again for more Car Mechanic Simulator 2018.